Hi everyone, I am Durga Devi, Assistant Professor from SNS College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. In this lecture video, I am going to discuss about electrophoresis, that is paper electrophoresis. Electrophoresis is a technique where we can separate a mixture of ions or charges with the help of electric field. Here the particles or charges will move towards the electrodes of opposite charge. Here a buffer system will be used and two electrodes, that is positively charged electrode and negatively charged electrodes, were immersed inside that buffer solution, and when we apply the sample inside the electrophoretic system, the separation will happen. The positively charged compounds will move towards a negative electrode and the negatively charged compounds will move towards a positive electrode. It is a physical method of analysis. Here the sample is either dissolved or dispersed in the electrolyte solution, and the electrophoretic system will allows the movement based on the electrical current applied. So first of all, in paper electrophoresis, we will be using a stationary phase of paper, that is a Wattmann filter paper of suitable grade will be used as a stationary phase in case of paper electrophoresis. You can see the electrodes, positive and negative electrodes, were immersed inside the electrophoretic system, that is buffer system, and over that buffer we have applied a paper that acts as a stationary phase, and we have to apply sample in the center of stationary phase, and as the separation happens, the positively and negatively charged molecules will move towards their respective electrodes. As you can see, the negative ions will move towards the cathode and the positive ions will move towards the anode. The principle of separation here is electrophoretic mobility. So electrophoretic mobility is nothing but the movement of charges under the influence of electric field. We have to apply voltage to our electrodes, and when current is applied, the paper that is immersed inside the buffer system will move the samples according to their charges. The principle involved in electrophoretic mobility is when we apply electric field in, that is 1 volt per meter, the movement of ions will happen. The rate of movement is given by mu is equal to V divided by E. Its unit is meter per seconds. The formula for electrophoretic mobility is defined with the help of law, that is Stokes law. Stokes law gives that electrophoretic mobility, that is mu is equal to Q divided by 6 pi eta R, where mu is the electrophoretic mobility, that is the movement of ions dependent on the electrical field we have applied, and Q is the net charge on the ion, and R is the ionic radius of the solute, and eta is the viscosity of medium. The mobility happens depend on the charge, size and viscosity. We can clearly see if the compound is having high charge. Suppose we have two molecules and one molecule is having a charge of 2 and another molecule is having a charge of 1, then the molecule with charge 2 will move at a faster rate towards its respective electrode, and if the molecule is larger, it experiences more friction. So which means the smaller particles will move at a faster rate when compared to the large sized ones, and the high viscosity will slow down its movement, because the highest viscosity here indicates the viscosity of buffer solution. If the buffer solution is highly viscous, or if the sample we have prepared is using some solvent is highly viscous, what will happen is it will restrict its movements. So it resists the molecular movement when the viscosity is very high. The components of paper electrophoresis are filter paper, that is Wattmann filter paper of suitable grade, and we need electrodes, positive and negative electrode, and voltage. We have to apply a suitable voltage because the separation here is solely based on the voltage we will be applying, and we need a buffer because we are going to separate a biomolecules here, and those biomolecules will be converted into a suitable ions when if we have applied a suitable buffer system. So we can see the Wartman filter paper of 3 mmR number 1 filter paper is used as a stationary phase. Its width is 2.5 to 5 centimeter and it has length to touch the buffer. First we have to wash it with double distilled water and have to wash it with 0.1 molarity of HCl, and second wash is done with 0.01 m molarity of EDTA. And the electrodes and voltage, the electrodes are carbon or platinum electrodes, and the voltage we are going to give in high voltage electrophoresis is at 52 to 15 voltage per centimeter up to 10,000 voltage per strip, and we have to make sure to cover the electrophoretic system with a safety lid to prevent the evaporation of solvent and also to ensure the safety. So these are all the components we have used for running paper electrophoresis. We'll be studying about its principle in the next video. Thank you.